Okay, before we start this activity, I just want to caution you that when you are using the nichrome wire, this nichrome wire, when the current passes through this, they become very hot. So you should not touch it, because when you touch it, it's like it's hot and you are likely to have a burn. I have seen many students getting a small burn through this. So ensure that you do this activity under the supervision of your physics teacher. Now let us start the activity. So first I will be measuring the I will not be using the this nichrome wire. We will be using a carbon resistor. So the circuit is exactly same. I have got three resistors, R1, R2, R3, and they are connected in parallel. So first I will measure the current through this meter, what we call is the milliammeter. First I will measure how much current is flowing through the combination of three resistors. So we will note down the current I which is flowing through the circuit. So let us start first measuring the current. So we will put the switch on and you see how much current is flowing through the circuit. It is showing 90 milliampere. So I will note down this current. So I is equal to 90 milliampere. Next we will measure the potential difference across the combination of three resistors. So again I will be using a digital multimeter. So I will measure the potential drop across three wires. So if you see this, the potential drop across these three wires is around 7 volt. See, 7.00. So we will note down the potential difference across the three wires, and this is 7 volt. Now I will measure the current flowing through a resistor R1. Now we will measure the current flowing through R1. So now we have connected this milliammeter to R1. So now you see how much current is flowing through R1. You see the current is 30 milliampere. So the current flowing through R1 is 30 milliampere. So I will write I1 30 milliampere. We will repeat the same procedure for R2 and R3. So next I will connect the ammeter to R2. So let us. Now I have connected the ammeter to R2 and we will measure the current. So you see how much is the current is showing 30 milliampere. So I2 is 30 milliampere. Now we will measure I3, that is the current flowing through the resistor R3. So the current through R3 is again it is 30 milliampere. So the current through this I3 30 milliampere. So if you see the relation between I1, I2, I3, 30, 30, 30, that is 90 milliampere. So we conclude that I is equal to 90 milliampere by the actual. This is equal to I1, which is 30 milliampere, plus I2 30 milliampere plus I3 30 milliampere. 1 milliampere is 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. You will be surprised why the current is same, because these all resistors are identical. So the current flowing through the circuit is identical. So let us derive the equivalent resistor when they are connected in parallel. So if you see the circuit, what we have observed, we have proved that I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, and the potential drop across three resistors is same. So that is V. So let us quickly derive the relation. I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. This is the equation number 1. What it says is, what is happening is the current I is getting divided into three branches, R1, R2 and R3, and the total current is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So this is actually the conservation of charge. Current is conserved. So when you go to the 12th standard, this is called KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. So is nothing but the conservation of charge. So let RP represent the equivalent resistor of the parallel combination of resistor. So if you what it means is I equal to V, because V is same for all the three resistors. So I is equal to V by RP. And now if you apply the Ohm's law to each resistor, so the current flowing in each resistor is say I1 is equal to V by R1, where R1 is the resistance. So similarly you can find out I2 is equal to V by R2 and I3 is equal to V by R3, because V is same. So from this equation 1 and 2 we can substitute. So we'll get V by RP equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3, because this is I1, this is I2, this is I3. So V will get cancelled, so we'll get 1 by RP equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 if there are three resistors. So what do we conclude? We can write that reciprocal of the equivalent resistance of a group of resistances connected in parallel is equal to sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistors. So if the individual resistors are R1, R2 and R3, the equivalent resistor, what you have to do is you have to take the reciprocal. So you have to add the reciprocal of resistors and then calculate the value of RP, which I will explain with few examples. So here we go. This is the problem number 1. The problem says an electric lamp whose resistance is 8 ohm is connected with a resistor of 4 ohm with a battery of 6 volt as seen in the figure. So if you see here, the battery is 6 volt, this conductor is 4 ohm, and we have got a lamp, and the lamp resistance is given as 8 ohm. So the question asked is calculate the total resistance of the circuit and the potential difference across the lamp and the conductor. So as I told you, in these cases you have to mention what is given and what you have to find out. So what is given? Resistance of the lamp R1 is given, which is 8 ohm, and resistance of the conductor in series R2 is equal to 4 ohm. So this is a case of a series combination, and so the total potential drop across two terminals of the battery is given 6 volt. So you have to find RS, equivalent resistance, and current flowing through the circuit. So for part A, apply the formula series RS is equal to R1 plus R2 to solve part A of the problem. So RS equal to 8 ohm, R1 and R2. So the answer is 12 ohm. So you have to mention, don't forget to mention the unit. So answer is 12 ohm. Now for part B, again apply because we have to find out the current through the circuit. So I is equal to V by RS. So substitute the value of V and RS we have already found out 12. So how much current is flowing through the circuit? 0.5 ampere. So the same current is flowing through the conductor and the lamp. Now we have to find out the potential difference across the lamp. So we have to find out the potential drop across lamp, which is here. So this again you apply the Ohm's law. So potential difference across lamp V1 will be equal to I into R1. So I is 0.5 ampere, which you have calculated, multiply by the resistance, so you get 4.0 volt. So the answer is V1 is equal to 4.0 volt, and apply the same formula for 4 ohm. So here also 4 ohm multiplied by the current, which is 0.5 ampere, 2 volt. So the answer is potential drop across the lamp 4 volt and the potential drop across conductor 2 volt. So 4 volt plus 2 volt, 6 volt, which is the potential difference across the battery. Now we will solve one problem in parallel. Okay, so now in this problem, this is given. The value of 3 resistors are connected in parallel. So the value of R1, R2 and R3 are 6 ohm, 3 ohm and 12 ohm. Okay, and they are connected to a battery. Battery is 12 volt. So the question asking is, how much is the total current through the circuit? So we have to find out what is I and what is the current flowing through each resistor, R1, R2, R3, I1, I2 and I3. So how do we proceed? R1 is given, R2 is given, R3 is given. And the potential difference, as I told you, in the parallel circuit is same in all the 3 resistors. So apply the Ohm's law in each resistor, R1, R2 and R3. So current I1, V by R1, V is 12 volt, R1 is 6 ohm, so you will get 2 ampere. Current I2 through R2 again, V by R2, 12 volt divided by 3 ohm, that is 4 ohm. And the current I3 through R3, V by R3, 12 volt divided by 12 ohm. You see the unit here. If you write the unit, it will be very good. It will not make any mistake. So 12 volt divided by 12 ohm is 1 ampere. Now you can calculate I. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So you add all this together. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. That is 7 ampere. And apply the formula for total circuit resistance by the equation reciprocal 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1, 1 plus R2 plus 1 by R3. Substitute the value of R1, R2 and R3. So you should be careful that you don't commit mistake in the addition of a fraction. So you get 1 by Rp equal to 7 by 12. So now Rp will be equal to 12 by 7. Okay, many students make a mistake. They say Rp equal to 7 by 12. No, 1 by Rp is equal to 7 by 12. So Rp is equal to 12 by 7. So it is 1.7 ohm. So that is the next topic. That is topic number 6 will be heating effect of current. So thank you for watching. See you next class.